Hello, my friends, and welcome. Welcome to another interesting video where I will show you my latest acquisitions. And the latest acquisitions are in this box. I will open the box and we will start with this nibs. This a lot of nibs. They are primarily German nibs. They are all steel nibs, but they are quite interesting nibs. But till I reach the nibs, I thought that it will be an interesting thing to show you what I collect besides fountain pens. When I started the hobby of collecting, I started with pocket watches, but they are quite an expensive hobby. And in time, I discovered the beautiful fountain pens. But also, collecting fountain pens, I collect also fountain pens related objects like pins, brushes made by the fountain pen manufacturers. I love also the advertising, but I only store on my laptop vintage ads. But I also collect these beautiful letters from the beginning of the 20th century and 19th century. And I want to show you my latest acquisitions. And this is a card, Bonne Fête, French or a Belgian card. Bonne Fête, it means happy holiday. And I love this ancient writing, and this is dated 1907, so the beginning of the 20th century. We have a postcard, and let me see what we have written here. From Belgium, yes, Belgium. And quite a nice feature to it. I don't know if you can see in this lighting, but we have 3D flowers, and I think this is an iris. I'm not familiar with plants, but a beautiful card. So I will leave this card on the side, and I want to show you the next beautiful card, also with a floral theme. I'm not so sure, but I think this is Edelweiss, a mountain flower, and again Bonne Fête. And on the other side we have carte postale. I don't think that this card is dated, but also from Belgium. Maybe we have a date here, 29 of May 07, also 1907. A beautiful card. And I paid for this card and the other card €5 a piece. So not a large sum, but I love them. I also recently bought these cards, and these cards cost me only €1 a piece. So this is Wiesbaden. This is a famous retreat back in the 18th and 19th century from Germany, I believe. Yes. Also the postage is from the Deutsche Reich. And the date, I'm not so sure. Date is, I believe, 1906. So the beginning of the century. I love this interior, this elegant classic interior. I paid for this card only €1. So quite a nice buy. And another card. This is a special method. I believe it involves silk, and you have here a winter rural painting. Also, we have a Brussels address and a Belgic postage and the date 1905. Quite beautiful. Again, only €1. And one interesting card, and I thought that it is the famous Matahari, but no, it is a young woman dressed in a kimono or an oriental outfit, and we have Paris and carte postale. Ce code est exclusivement réservé à l'adresse. Okay. Also Bruxelles. The next card, also Joyeux Noël, so Merry Christmas. A beautiful winter picture. On the back we have a date, the 20th of December 1910, and also from Belgium with this post stamped. This, I thought that it would be an interesting card because it reminds me of the offensive in the Second World War in this beautiful touristic region, the Ardennes. And we have here the Edelweiss, as you can see, and other flowers, and different pictures from this quite popular tourist zone. And it is dated Dimanche in the morning of 26th of May 1907. I believe it is a 7 here. Okay, let's move on to Anvers. Beautiful postcard. This, I believe, it's not circulated, but it has some notes written in pen from Brussels. Okay. And this isn't a proper postcard, but I love the fact that it is almost hand painted. It was in the same catalog. You can see it's not a proper postcard, but I bought it with only €1. I think it's wonderful and beautiful. And the last one, it is like a painting, and it was designed to be framed. You look at this cardboard, it's quite thick. So you receive this. It is dated 24th of October 1916. Sincere wishes for your happiness this Christmas. Quite a beautiful postcard that could be eventually framed and used like a small painting. Okay, these were my last acquisitions in the matter of postcards. And now let's look at the beautiful nibs. And for the nibs, I will change the perspective of the camera because I want to show them to you in detail. So guys, for the second part of the video, I will take this lot of nibs and I will present each and every one of them. I bought them as they are, like a lot. And let's start with the first item. And the first item, I believe it is an ebonite feed. It's not in perfect shape, but if I can find it in the wild, I buy it for like a piece when I need it. It's quite a large ebonite feed, and I believe it's from the 1950s or the 1960s. Not in perfect form. It has this defect here, but I believe it is still usable. So let me put this aside and let me show you the next nib. I want to show each and every one of them. This is an iridium tipped, and it says on it Germany. So this is a German nib. As you can see, the tines are quite apart from each other. I don't know exactly from what fountain pen it may be, but it was certainly made in Germany. I will leave this aside. I also have this nib, and it's a nib you can see from GH, and it has an A on it. I'm not so sure from what fountain pen it is, but having this unique shape, I'm sure I can identify quite easy the GH German model of this nib. The next nib, it's quite a simple nib, and I believe it has some imprints on it. Let me see. Okay. Oh, yes, this is a Romanian nib. It says on it Flaro. And Flaro Inox on it. So Flaro is a Romanian producer. And this is a nib. I'm not so sure if it's from a fountain pen or a desk pen. I will check it out. I have also an interesting shaped nib, and it says on it special iridium pen. Okay, a special iridium pen. I absolutely love the heart shape breathing hole and the fact that it has three faces. You can see quite a nice fountain pen it was. I hope that someday I will identify the right model for it. I also have here also a simple steel nib, but on the it is imprinted Goldfink Berlin, so also a German steel nib. Okay, let's move on. I have a STW iridium nib, and I believe I have this type of nib with the same Art Deco look to it in another lot. Okay, here we have let me focus on it. I'm not so sure. Edel Star Iridium Spitz. Also a German, I believe, steel nib. Let me show you another one. And this is a signature made in USA, signature number 4 nib. Also a steel nib, gold plated. The top of this nib is quite the iridium top is quite used. Okay, let me see what I have. I have another Flaro, RPR. R stands for Republica Populară Română, the Romanian Popular Republic, as it was known during the communist times. And we have Iridium 31F. Okay. I have here also a iridium nib and a 6, and you've seen that bear on two legs, and it is from East Germany. Okay, let me see what we have here. I have another nib, and on it it's called Duroflex. I believe it is made in USA. I'm not so sure. Another nib, iridium tipped Germany. We saw this model. Okay, another one. This time from Centropen in Czechoslovakia, iridium 32. It has lots of stains on it. Originally it was all gold plated, but in time the gold plating faded away. I have another iridium tipped Germany, and here I have an interesting sailor nib TIGP. Quite a nice one. I'm not so sure if it's gold. It has a 706 code. Quite a nice looking nib. Okay, I have here Ripedium for 0.50. Okay, another one. Let me see. Okay, another Centropen iridium 32. Here I have another Centropen iridium 32. Okay, let me take all of them. Here I have a Pelican, an F nib, quite nice. I have also this nib. This is a hooded nib. It only stays on it iridium point, so it's not a gold nib, but a gold plated nib. It is familiar from the Parker 51, but of course the Parker 51 had the gold nibs. This nib, also a hooded nib, quite nice looking. Okay, I have here Ripendium 0.50. I have also Ripendium 0.50. I have here, this is quite a nice Kaweco, and let me focus on it. So you can see Kaweco EA40 number 185. I have the same engraved nib, but in gold. So maybe it is a nib from the wartime years when the gold nibs were not produced in Germany because of war restrictions. Okay. And here I have, let me see. Oh, quite a nice, and I believe this is a Bock nib, iridium tipped Germany. And I say it's a Bock nib because of that deer and that logo with the deer. Let me show it to you. You can see a deer and the mountains. The deer, it has those horns and it jumps in those cliffs. Here I have Dauer feather, also from Germany. And let me see what we have. I have another Ripendium 0.50. I have a simple nib, and it's also with that bear, so from East Germany. I have here a Centropen iridium 32. I have iridium point, and this is the sign of the Gusa. I love the Gusa nibs, and I know it's a Degussa by that logo with the sun in that diamond shape. And the last nibs, the last nib, it's a nib from Reynolds, and I recognize that R. Reynolds, a firm from India, and this is a steel nib, gold plated. You can see the gold plating has faded away. So guys, this was my presentation, my video presentation of my last acquisitions. I'm sorry it took so long. I hope it wasn't such a boring task for you to watch this video. I'm particularly fond of these beautiful flowers, and why not, these nibs are quite useful in my activity. Again, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for your time. If you've enjoyed it and you want to support my activity, please subscribe to my channel. It really helps me a lot. I wish you a good day wherever you are. I wish you to have a good day wherever you are. Thank you for your time. See you again at the next episode. Until then, bye bye.